Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining my channel. Listen, we usually talk about fashion, lifestyle right here in my city of Chicago, and just a little bit of beauty, but today is all about beauty, and specifically we are talking about fragrance. I'm super excited to talk about these fragrances in particular. Let's get right into it. So you all, I did like a wrap up on like some fragrances that I tried over the past few weeks, and I was telling you the ones that I really loved and the ones that didn't work for me. One of the ones that I really loved and got a lot of compliments was this little sample, and I still have a little bit in here, of Gris Charnel from the brand BDK. And I love this. The price is just astronomical. Just like all of these niche fragrances, it's just a lot. And so I am not opposed to dabbling in sampling a little bit of the dupes. And so I saw a few influencers talk about the fact that there is a dupe available from the brand Lattafa, and it is called like Liam Gray. I don't see the name on here, but I was able to order it from Amazon, but it's Liam Gray, and supposedly it smells just like, and it lasts longer, but smells just like the BDK. And we're gonna do the test today. I have a few tester strips, and we're just gonna do it right here live and figure out what we think. And so I'm opening this with you real time, first impressions. So the thing I like about the Lattafa fragrances is that, one, the packaging is substantial. It's not like, you don't feel like you're getting a cheap product at all. So it feels luxurious, it feels expensive, feels fancy and niche, all of the things. So I never feel like, oh, this is just a cheapie, from a high street store like a Zara fragrance or something. I don't ever feel like that. And I've gotten a few Lattafa products in the past. So the packaging on this one does not disappoint. It has this sort of silver bit here. The box is pretty heavy. And then the fragrance, it comes here. Oh, I just knocked it out, sorry. But it comes really cute here in this package. I think this is really nice with this velvet, and it's embossed here in silver. Let's see, this bottle is really, really heavy. The cap is, the cap is not magnetic, but it fits pretty tightly, and the juice inside, you see, has like a light gray color, looks a lot like the BDK, so maybe why they call this Liam Gray. But let's go ahead and do the test here. I'm gonna do BDK first on a strip, and let's go with that. I love how this smells. It's sweet but not gourmand at the same time. It's unisex, so if guys, you're watching this, you can definitely wear this too, because it has, I don't even know if it's lavender or violet, but it has like this this note in here that is, to me, always present in masculine fragrances, but it's really soft, it's powdery, it's smells a little like it has tea in it. I don't know the notes in BDK, Gris Charnel. I should have checked that before we started talking, but let's see how Liam Gray compares. I'm super excited and nervous at the same time. I think these Lattafa fragrances are no more than like anywhere from like $15 to $40. I think if you're pushing it, it'll be $50. But then in comparison to, $300, $400, and $500 for the niche fragrances, I think you're doing fine, even if it is $50. Very close. This one is a bit softer, smoother, slight screechiness but as it dries down, almost indistinguishable. Again, this is the Lattafa, this is the BDK. Pretty much, indistinguishable as it dries down. The first spray, I can tell the difference. The top notes are probably slightly different. What I'd be curious to know is the longevity on this one. But anyway, my point is, in saying this, is that where there's a will, there's a way. If you're okay with dupes, trying dupes, or not sure you want to make an investment on the real thing, start with the dupe. You may even land with the fact that all you want is the dupe because it's good enough. But I wanted to start here with this one, and I think I made a good choice. And again, I'll link everything down below as best I can. This is good. It's good. Next thing I want to share is a whole lot of fragrances from a fragrance house called Commodity. And I've gotten my nose on a couple of them in Sephora before. And I was like, I think I like them, whatever. And it's just, the environment to test in Sephora is a bit, for me, causes anxiety. It's just a lot of people around, people trying to get in. And I really couldn't do it, but I smelled enough to know that there is a there, if that makes sense. And so what I decided to do was buy myself this full, almost full exploration kit that has pretty much all of their fragrances. You can't really see these, but these are white bottles and they kind of have different potencies and serve a different purpose. Okay, it's like, what is this? It's called Personal, Expressive, and Bold. So I guess that kind of talks about the intensity. Personal, expressive, and bold. The intensity of all the fragrances, but they're all like the same. So you'll have, for example, this one, there's a fragrance called Book. And you get the personal, expressive, and bold version of Book. We have Book, Gold, Juice, Milk, Moss, and Paper. Before, Juice is their newest fragrance, and before Juice wasn't in here, there was Velvet. So what I did was, because I didn't want to miss out on anything, I got FOMO. I bought me a scent space kit of just the Velvet. And hopefully I did. Hopefully I did the right thing here. Because I can't tell what it is. It just says scent space. But hopefully I did the right thing. And this is supposed to be the Velvet. And then, oh no, wrong. This is the Velvet. And I think as a free gift, they gave me this scent space kit. I'm trying to figure it all out. But I did buy the Velvet because it's not included in this. So I want to kind of go through a few of them with you. There's so many here. I don't want us to spend like a half hour just looking at me sniff and talk about what's good and not good. What I want to do is kind of go through a few key ones with you, and then I'll come back and let you know what I think once I've had time to put them on skin, etc. The next thing that I purchased from them is their archive collection. This is not new, but it's like some things that they had come out with in the past, and then they don't, you know, produce them in, I don't know if they don't produce them in full bottles. I don't know what the story and why they're called archive, but there's an archive collection. And they only produce this once a year, once or twice a year. I think once this batch runs out, they're not going to produce any more until February of next year is what they said. And I was full and well prepared to purchase all of this same kit for a friend for her birthday. And when the time came, they only had this available and this was out of stock. So once this came up, I snapped up 2 so that I can finish off her gift. It's been months, but she will be getting the other part of her gift as soon as I see her. So I want to kind of go through some of this and show you what the kit looks like at least. All right, so here's the main kit. We're opening it together. Oh, pretty cool. It comes with a book, I guess, that kind of tells me about all of the fragrances. And here is the kit. And this is what I'm telling you, the personal, expressive, and the bold. And it comes with a bunch, like a book's worth, ooh, wow, of blotter strips. So I can, literally a book's worth of blotter strips. So I can test them all. And then decide which ones I want to wear on my skin. I also am impressed with, this was, I want to say, less than $50 for all of these fragrances. I want to say I'm impressed with how big these bottles are for the samples. Because if you remember, look at this BDK sample that I got. It's probably 2/3 of the size. Can you see that? And by comparison, how small it is? Or half? So the fact that I get double the amount and I get all of their fragrances is very, very impressive. And then let's see. I don't remember what this scent space was. I thought what they were doing was whenever you buy something, because Juice is their newest scent, they're giving everybody a Juice kit, but it doesn't say Juice on here, so I'm not sure what this is. Oh, this is Velvet. This is weird. So this is Velvet, and I thought they were giving like a free Juice, but they gave me another Velvet, and the Velvet here is what? Oh, it's a Velvet Expressive, so that middle one. So hopefully I like Velvet because I got, you know, a little extra bit of Velvet in here. But let's start with Velvet. Since I have it open, let's see what the notes are supposed to be. So Velvet is supposed to be a skin musk, is merely a vehicle for the leading notes of vanilla, rose, clove. Ethereal and alluring, this is a molecular reflection of the original. So let's see if we like this. I got a bunch of blotters, remember? Actually, I'm gonna just spray it on this because we're here. And I love a musky scent. So the very first one is the personal one, and it says that it is a Velvet Expressive plus Velvet Musk Smoke. And I don't really like smoke, so we'll see what happens here. Interesting. I think it is quite lovely, and for some reason I'm getting some fruitiness to it, but I absolutely love things, musky scents that are like skin scents, you but better. And this is absolutely one of those types of fragrances. So I like the Velvet Personal. Let's go with Velvet Expressive. It smells very much like the first one. I can't say that it's stronger, honestly. I don't know really what the difference is. Interesting. Let me, like, maybe just a little bit more fruity, and it could just be my nose playing tricks on me. But I don't smell too much of a difference between the Expressive and the Personal. But let's see what the Bold is talking about. Ooh. So the Bold is very heavy on the smoke. So this one is called, it says Velvet Expressive plus saffron, patchouli, and smoke. And they weren't lying about the smoke. I'm not a smoke wearer, so the notes that I typically don't care for are white florals, yellow florals, leather, and smoke. And this one has a lot of smoke going on in it. So anyway, I am going to go forth and, you know, test all. I'm going to have so much fun wearing all of these. I am very much looking forward to it. I'm one of those that here's my challenge. Like, I have like fragrance ADD these days. Like anything that like, ooh, fragrance, and I gotta get it, I gotta try it, and I'm spending a lot of money. In the coming months, what I would love to do is settle on a signature scent and then be a bit more calculated and intentional about using my fragrances. You know, people make fragrance trays per month, and they just decide, okay, these are the 4, 5, 6 fragrances that I'm gonna wear this month. And they just kind of just explore every aspect of those fragrances and make sure they kind of make rotations and rounds of those few fragrances, make sure they get used. And I feel like I wanna start doing that, because I don't do that. I just wake up and say, what do I feel like? And and some things get ignored as a result. So what I wanna do is land on the ones that speak to me and start to do that. Like, what's my go-to? So that's my signature scent. And then what are the ones I'm going to be testing every month and playing around with every month? So let's go to the archive one. I want to see, I think they're all kind of packaged similarly. So I'm not really concerned or worried or curious about that. So instead of the black that you see in the other ones, they give me the white, similar to that Scent Space kit. Discover your archive collection. So in this one we have gin, magnolia, bois, leather, rain, mimosa, wool, whiskey, bergamot, nectar, and vetiver. And for me, it feels like these might be one note wonders. I'm not sure if that's the case, like, so we can learn what the base notes are, but we'll see what this looks like. I know for a fact, and I don't know for a fact, I feel like leather I won't like. We just talked about that. But we'll see how these work out, and I will give you a full report at some point. I feel like I'm just gonna write notes, since they gave me this little map anyway, this little legend. I feel like I can write little notes, and then we'll come back and talk about these in incremental videos as I come and report back, let you know which ones are full bottle worthy. One of the other cool things about this is when you buy a discovery kit, they do give you I think it's the value of the discovery kit that you can apply towards a full bottle. I think their full bottles are about $120. I feel like that's what I saw. They're $120, so you probably like you know, a third of the price you get off by, you know, because you bought one of these. I don't know if it's this one or I think it's this one, this discovery kit. You get it. So anyway, so that's that. I'm super excited about trying all of that. I have one more thing I want to share with you above and beyond these fragrances, so let's get to that. So on some previous videos, I've talked to you about my skin journey. Sometimes you can see the blemishes on my skin, sometimes you can't. But I do not have a clear complexion by any stretch of the imagination, and it used to be exponentially worse. Pre-pandemic, my face was just a pizza, a pepperoni pizza. And I struggled with bouts of breakouts at, you know, adult acne. And because I am highly melanated, a lot of scarring and discoloration. When the pandemic hit, all I had was time, space, and opportunity on my hands to test and figure out ways to clear this up, figure out what was going on with my skin. And I found some products that really, really worked for me. I am still on that journey because the things that I found, it takes a lot of effort, and I don't always want to be doing all that work. So I found this. It's called Zilla Deep Access Patches, and these are pimple patches. And what it is they're little stickers, that you put on a blemish when you feel it come on or when you have one. And it's almost like micro needling, microderm or whatever. And it has little, what do they call here? Micro darts is what they call on here. You get some cleaning swabs and it has some micro dart patches, and you put it on the blemish and it injects whatever is in here, salicylic acid, right directly into the blemish to make it go away like overnight. And so I think that my theory is that if I can kind of get rid of the blemishes before they become a thing, then I won't get scarring and things that I have. And the scarring lasts. You'll see. I've had, I don't know if it comes up on camera, I got a blemish here on my chin, I want to say 3 months ago, and it'll probably be here until next year. That's how long they last. And so I'm really trying to find ways to just like avoid getting the scar at all, or the discoloration at all. And so I'm trying different things. And so I'm trying this. I will let you know how this works for me. I will, as usual, I will come back and let you know how my products work. Similar with the fragrances, I will tell you and let you know if you need to go get some. But this is what I'm exploring and trying, and everything is a journey and trial and error, and you guys are watching it and going through it with me. So thank you for that. So that brings us to the end of this video. Again, I didn't want to bore you too much with going into every single one of these on camera, but I will come back. It just smells so good in here right now. I will come back and tell you how I got along with these fragrances and which ones were attention and compliment getters, etc., etc. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button, share it with your friends. Bye.
Rocky, she's just a fashion girl from Chicago. Rocky, just a fashion girl